Visionary team, man. What it do with y'all? Welcome back to another video. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, man. I'm getting back to making a whole lot of videos on this channel. I know I ain't make a video in like a month, 2 months, might be 3 months now. And good thing I brought that up. Look, man, I plan to do me some more review videos on this channel. I got a review video. I'm gonna do about Creed 3. Look, G, real talk though, man. Man, that movie made me feel iffy. Real talk though, man. Let me tell you the reason why. Look, G, I'm just gonna tell you the game right quick. Also, this is a mukbang, you know what I'm saying? Before I talk about the mukbang, let me talk about what I'm gonna talk about in my review video. So in Creed 3, right? In Creed 3, look, G, what's that dude named Dame? Look, man, Dame was Mike Tyson in Creed 3. I'm telling you what it is, man. And you know, look, man, I'm just gonna tell you what it is. I know I probably said I'm gonna tell you what it is like 5 times, but real talk to them, man. I'm gonna tell you what it is. You know, real talk to them, man. All right, let me stop. Look, man. I'm gonna tell you what it is. All right, let me stop for real. Look, man. No, some real shit though. I'm gonna really tell you what it is. That's the last time. So in Creed 3, right? In Creed 3, I honestly look, man. Looking back at it now, right? I have nothing wrong with Creed 3 other than this one thing. And that is, they did not show Dame, like, they did not show him on a continuous winning basis. Now, you might be asking, what do you mean by that? Look, man, basically, I was going to say, right? I was going to say that, what they could have did, they could have made Creed lost, like in the, like in this movie right here, they could have made Creed lost so they could keep on going. But I think they already did that in one of his movies. I think like in Creed 2 or Creed 1 or something like that. I think Creed 2. I think they already made him lost, you know what I'm saying? So, I guess they didn't want to follow the same formula. However, it's also another thing it is that they could have done. And the thing it is that they could have done, right? Big Mac. But the thing it is that they could have done, right? What they could have did is basically, if they didn't want to do a rerun of Dame again, what they could have done is just show Dame on a winning streak. They could have showed Dame when he won the championship, right? When he was when he won the championship, they could have showed him just being on a winning streak. They could have showed him like fighting multiple competitors. Because reason why I'm saying that, because it would have made more sense. It would have made more sense, like, like, damn, Dame is that dude. Dame is on a winning streak. Dame is like 10-0. I'm telling you what, it would have made more sense if it was like that. But instead, what they wanted to do, they wanted to just have Dame just win one match. Like, come on, bro. And basically, you look, man, it made him look like it made Dame look like, like I said, Dame, he was giving off the image of Mike Tyson. Real talk. Like Mike Tyson, they said back in the day, right? They said back in the day, Mike Tyson, he didn't have no entourage. Mike Tyson, like he was probably the richest boxer out in there. He was probably the richest boxer, but he was coming across like, motherfucker, he was coming across like he was a broke boxer, and he was, he was hungry. I'm telling you what it is. That's how Dame was coming across. Dame was coming across like, he was hungry. But then, what happens, right? Look, man, I know you probably heard the term, right? Let me start to eat my food. Look, man, I got me a Big Mac and large unsalted fries. I'm trying to open this damn barbecue sauce. I got 4. Sometimes they charge, sometimes they don't. I don't know if they charge me or not on this one, but I have no idea. Free promo. What's up? Anyways, man. Shit. Anyways, though, man, so... And look, man, I ain't gonna lie. McDonald's got the best barbecue sauce, man. I ain't gonna make cap. I'm surprised they don't sell it in stores. But yeah, man. Hold up. Before I got so I mean the unsalted fries. Anyway, before I get too off track on what it was I was talking about. So when it comes to that though, right? When it comes to that, look, man, I know you probably heard like people in your school, right? Or people that always say, you know, the loudest one is the weakest link. It's a reason why they say that, because usually the loudest one, they really don't know how to fight. They really don't know any self-defense as tactics and shit like that. So with that being said, the only thing it is that they got is their mouthpiece. And what happens when most people, right? Most people that have mouthpieces, they really can't fight. You know, most of them, they can't back up what it is that they're talking about. That's how they was making Dame look like. They was making Dame look like he was just you know, all talk and no bark. I'm telling you what it look, man. And you watching this right now, and you probably seen Creed 3, and you probably saying that's not true. But you got to look at it. Look, man, the reason as to why I'm saying that they was making Dame look like, you know, he was all bark and no talk is simply because he only won one match. I'm telling you what it is. He only won one match. So with that being said, I mean, like, when you real talk, man, when you win one match, you're going to feel like you're unstoppable. You're going to feel like you can talk all the shit in the world. And that right there is going to get your ass kicked. I'm telling you what it is. But if they had Dame win like 10 fights, you know, if they had Dame win like 5 to 10 fights, more so 10. You know what I'm saying? If they made him just keep on being on a winning streak, and then when he went to fight against Creed, when he went to go and fight against Creed, then what could have happened was they could have made him look like, damn, you know, Creed is about to go toe-to-toe with the biggest boxer in the game. Like, Creed is about to go toe-to-toe with like a damn boss battle. But how can you look at his ass like a damn boss battle and he only won one match? The fuck? But yeah, man. That's the only thing I ain't like about that movie. Everything else I liked about it. I like how they I like how they you know, I like how they did to come up with Creed, or not Creed, with Dame. I like how they did that. It made sense, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So what I could do in this channel right here, on this video right here, I could do like a finesse method. I could make this a mukbang, and I could make this a review video. Real talk though, man. 2 ways to get paid. You know. Anyways though, man. Oh yeah, man. I might make a review video about Creed 3 today. I don't know if I could. This could be the video. I ain't gonna lie. Well, I might make another one, man. Doing my usual formula. I might watch the other ones because I think, look, man, to be honest with you, man, what's it, Creed 3 or Creed 4? How many Creeds they got? I remember Creed 2. That's when Sylvester Stallone came back. I know, look, man. I think I seen 3 Creeds. I don't know how many Creeds it is. I don't know if it's 1. I mean, not 1. I don't know if it's 3 or 4. If it's 4, I feel like I missed. If it is 4, not the recent one that came out like this year or last year, that's the last one I seen. If it was one that came out like in 2019, I didn't see that one. I don't know, or 2020 or something like that. I didn't see that. But Look, man. Look, man. One thing about McDonald's, McDonald's got the best fries and McDonald's got the best barbecue sauce. Look, man, you can't deny that. And if you want to deny the fries, look, G, because I ain't gonna lie, it is a place called Sheets. I don't know, Sheets is everywhere, man, but it is a place called Sheets, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think they might be on par with McDonald's. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know, there's a whole lot of good ass fries, but I don't know, man. But one thing you can't deny though is their damn barbecue sauce. I'm telling you, look, G, man, when it comes to these barbecue sauce, man, McDonald's got the best barbecue sauce so much to the point, right? They don't even want to have stores to copy their method. I'm telling you, look, man, you can't find McDonald's barbecue sauce anywhere. Motherfucker, I don't even think they sell it on Amazon or some shit, like, you know, like a barbecue sauce, not like this, but like, you know, the shit that you could put in the refrigerator on some shit, you know. Excuse me. They don't even sell it on like Amazon. Can't find it in stores. Motherfucker, I'm telling you what it is. Same goes, look, man. The places that got the best sauces, out in this bitch, man. McDonald's got the best barbecue sauce. When it comes to like tacos and shit like that, Taco Bell got the best barbecue sauce. I mean, Taco Bell got the best taco sauce. You know, real talk to, man. You know, real shit. Ow. I want to talk about something, man, but the food is so damn good, I don't feel like talking. I'm telling you, real shit though, man. The food is so good, man, I don't even want to talk, bro. Tonight on some shit, when I go to sleep, I'm going back to playing my damn 528. I'm telling you what it is, man. Real talk. Playing my 528 hertz out in this bitch. Damn, can I open this shit? Damn, this shit good. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, G. Not gonna lie. McDonald's. This shit. I was about to say some freaky shit. All you gotta know, G. All you gotta know. You go on my damn Instagram page. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I'm putting this shit on some bitch's feet. I'm telling you, real talk though, man. This shit right here will make the icing on the damn cake out in this bitch. I ain't gonna lie. I swear, man, I'm just thinking about that shit. This shit, look, man. I don't know, man. I ain't never did that shit before, G. Look, man, every time I did it, it was always plain. Based on what I'm talking about, this is some freaky shit. And you look, man, I highly advise you to, you know what I'm saying, you might not fuck with me after this damn video. Look, G, I got a foot fetish out in this bitch. Real talk to, man, every time it is that I was sucking on some toes and some shit, man, it was always plain. Real talk to, man. So with that being said, it's some shit. If I ever, you know, if I ever put some extra icing on the damn cake out in this bitch, and what it is that I do, man, motherfucker, I put this shit on one of these hoes' feet on some shit, and I'm sucking it. I'm telling you what it is. Real talk, man. It's either this or damn. It's either this some shit or it's chocolate. I ain't gonna lie. Either that or chocolate and some shit, man. I'm sorry, that was some freaky ass shit, but I ain't gonna lie. This shit got it. That shit right here is the best barbecue sauce in the world. That's how, look, man, that's how good this shit is. You know something is good or some shit. You know something is good when you start thinking about some sexual shit with it. This might sound weird as hell. I'm telling you what it is, man, but this is just some real shit though. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I ain't gonna lie, this shit so damn good, G. I could literally eat this shit plain, B. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I could literally do that shit. I think I did it once upon a time. I think I just gave away too much damn information out in this bitch. What the fuck, well? You see, one thing about me, right? One thing about me, like I said before, man. Before anyone try to expose me on some shit, blackmail me, whatever the fuck, look, G, I'ma do it my damn self. I'm telling you what it is. Motherfucker, I expose my damn self out in this bitch. I'm telling you what it is, motherfucker. Look, man, I got a foot fetish out in this bitch. I admit it on some shit. And like, you know, I'm just telling you the game out in this bitch. I know a whole, look, man, especially back in the day, right? Back in the day, a whole lot of individuals, right? A whole lot of men, you know, like, if you like feed us some shit, right? How I get into this shit? But they, you know, I could make a separate video about this, but they said if you like feed us some shit like that back in the day, you was weird as hell. Real talk though, man. Nowadays, I think it's becoming very popular on some shit. Not think, it is, honestly, it is becoming very popular, man. People are more open when it comes to that. And you know, real talk, man. One thing about me, I'm one of those individuals. I am extremely open about it. Real talk though, man. Look, man, I tell a female straight up on some shit, bitch. I like feet. Real talk though, man. I'm sorry, I don't know where it came from or some shit. I don't know where it came from. But yeah, man, this sweet tea, I ain't gonna lie, this sweet tea kind of mug. I ain't gonna lie, this sweet tea. Shit nasty. Real talk, man. Guess I'll go and get me some damn water bottles out in this bit, but yeah, man, so this is the last thing I'm gonna talk about when it comes to this video. So the person that served me some McDonald's, right? Person that served me some McDonald's or that gave me the food, look, G, I ain't gonna lie. You know, before she gave me the food, right? Basically, her supervisor, right? Either supervisor or manager, right? You know, she came near her area, right? She came near her area, and basically, you know, she was getting on her ass. I'm telling you what it is, man. You know, basically she was saying to the person that served me the food, right? You know, look, G, if they're, you know, that, you know, the customer is waiting on the food. So what do you? She said it's similar to like this. She said like, so what is the hold up? What is he waiting on? Like, you know, she was like damn near motherfucking yelling her ass like she was her mom or some shit. I'm telling you what it is. Real talk though, man. She was saying like, so what do we do? Like, because I was waiting on my order, right? She was saying, what do we do when there's a customer that's waiting on her order? And I ain't gonna lie, that the person that's serving the food, like the employee, you know, look, man, I ain't gonna lie, I could see it in her damn face. She was mad at that motherfucker. I'm telling you what it is, man. I can understand. Real talk. Because she talking to her ass in a crazy ass way. Like, all she had to do, right? All she had to do, like, if she wanted to reassure her on some shit, all she had to do was just say that shit in a kindly, lightly ass tone. Y'all, look, man, like, it's not for all supervisors and managers, but, you know, it's something it is that I've been noticing when it comes to like supervisors and managers. Basically, you know, it's a term called abusing their power. Real talk though, man. You know, look, man, you gotta think about it. It kind of makes sense as to why they're doing what it is that they're doing. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, you know, they some damn pushovers out in this bitch. They gonna boss. You know, real talk, man. They gonna boss your ass around. You want to know why? Because they got the power to do so. I'm telling you what it is. So with that being said, some shit. Look, G, all the supervisor and the manager had to say to the person that I'm talking about, all they had to say, right? All they had to say, was just to reassure, like, okay, so this is what we do when. So if there's a customer waiting on their food, you know, just let them know that we have a policy or something like that, you know, and we basically, you know, we let them move up to the front so they could wait on their food so we could get another customer in line. I'm telling you, that's all she had to say. It's like, she had to say it. All she had to do was say it in a lighter ass tone. You know, what she wanted to do is, you know, she wanted to yell her ass. She wanted to get on her for some odd ass reason. Like, real talk though, man. Real talk. Like, motherfucker, I'm just telling you, motherfucker, look, man, look, y'all supervisors, right? To anyone that's a damn supervisor out in this bitch, motherfucker, you probably doing it. I'm telling you what it is. Hold up. You honestly, look, man, some individuals heading this way for some weird reason. Real talk though, man, but hold up. They give me some damn window tint out in this bitch. I need some. You know what? I need to give me some damn window tints. That's exactly what. Look, man, because I ain't gonna. Look, man, it's not the fact that I'm scared of. I mean, no, look, man, it's weird. I mean, to me, it's weird. You know, you gotta think about it. Like, shout out to all the vloggers. You know, me personally, look, man, I plan to do vlogs as well. So when I do vlogs, right? Basically, I'm gonna have me a damn cameraman. Personally, me holding up a damn camera or some shit, talking to myself, that shit kind of weird as hell. I'm telling you what it is, man. Look, man, I'm not comfortable doing that shit. I'm just telling you what it is. Like, real talk, man. Motherfucker, I guess you could call it like anxiety or some shit. I'm just telling you what it is. Motherfucker, I mean, real talk though, man. That shit kind of, like, you gotta think about it, because now I'm thinking about their perspective when they see me on the outside looking in. Motherfuckers damn near like I'm talking to my damn self or some shit. Maybe they won't give a fuck. I don't know. Maybe I gotta get to that point, because I ain't gonna sit back and cat to you, man. It's literally a person right here, right in front of me on some shit this whole entire time in this damn car. I'm telling you, this motherfucker just right here in the damn parking lot where I'm at or some shit. I'm just talking my damn word. So basically, look, G, I was gonna say I got anxiety out in this bitch, but that shit damn near an illusion or some shit, because I'm literally she's literally watching me right now and talking to my damn self. I'm telling you what it is out in the bitch, you know. So like, I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the difference of angles or some shit. Like the motherfuckers I was talking about, they was coming on the left side, you know what I'm saying, and this person right in front of me. So it's different some angles, you know. Maybe they can't really see me talking to some shit. Maybe they could. Real talk though, man. Now, back to what the fuck I was talking about though, man. Back to what I was talking about. So anyways, man, to all you supervisors and managers, right? To all you supervisors and managers, man, all y'all gotta do, man. All y'all gotta do is just let your employees, like, let them know in a polite tone. I'm telling you what it is. That's all you get. That's all you gotta do. You see, man, this is why, look, man, me personally, when it comes to a job, right, I got a job as well, and I love my job. Real talk though, man, but I ain't gonna sit back and catch you, man. I understand where people are coming from. Most people, when it comes to like a job, right, they do not like their job. I understand why. You know, it's plenty of reasons as to why you don't like your job. You gotta get up at a specific time. On top of that, you gotta deal with employees, and on top of that, basically what I'm talking about in this video, you got to deal with your employers. You got to deal with like your supervisors, your managers, all that extracurricular ass shit. I'm telling you what it is. So when it comes to them though, right? When it comes to them, you know, look, G, to all you supervisors and managers, you might be a supervisor watching this video. You might be a manager right now watching this video, and you probably doing what it is that I'm telling you to do. Now, that's the thing. I don't know, are y'all supervisors and managers, are y'all doing this deliberately, or are y'all doing this without even knowing? Like, real talk, man. Like, are y'all, like, basically what I'm saying is y'all are in a higher position than the employees. So you're like, you know, y'all got dominance. Like, are y'all asserting y'all dominance knowingly, or are y'all doing that unknowingly? If it's unknowingly, then if it's unknowingly, like, and look, man, it's nothing wrong with asserting your dominance. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But look, man, I guess you could say like, you know, to your employees or something like that, right? Let them know in a polite tone, like, try to work with the ass at first. If they not getting the damn program, then, you know, you could do what the fuck you want to do. I'm telling you what it is. But like if you see that they actually trying to some shit, if they made like a mistake or something like that, and they didn't make the mistake on purpose or something like that, right? Stop getting on their ass like they did it on purpose. And that's what it is I'm trying to get across in this video. Real talk, man, because y'all supervisors and managers, right? Look, G, like I said, man, personally for me, like I said, I love my job. I ain't gonna talk about my damn job. I'm telling you what it is, man. Real talk. So I ain't talking about my job or some shit. But, you know, I'm just talking about in general, man. I'm just talking about in general. If you got someone like that, you know, real talk to them, man. Like, they don't gotta be doing all that extra ass shit. Because real talk, look, man, you know, this is, you know, I mean, I'm just thinking about it, man. Real talk, man. You honestly believe that the employee gotta, you know, they gotta listen to your ass? You honestly believe that the employee want to listen to you? Like, what I mean is, you honestly believe, real talk, like, that's ego and some shit. Like, you got to think about it. Look, man, that employee probably got ego. And what I mean is, I'm not talking about like, you know, I'm not talking about like no negative ego or nothing like that, right? But I'm talking about like, you know, they got esteem. You dropping their esteem. I'm telling you what, you getting on them for no reason. Real talk, man. You getting on them for no reason. Like, And you know, I mean, I wouldn't say it's for no reason, but you know, you saying it in a rougher tone. Like, all you gotta do is do a polite tone. Like, real talk, man. So basically what I'm trying to say is, you honestly believe that employee ain't gonna try to plot on your ass? Real talk though, man. I'm just telling you what it is. Like, you know, should I say you honestly believe that the employee ain't gonna give your ass the damn evil eye? You honestly, like, basically what I'm trying to say is, let's say there was like a what's the word I'm looking for? Let's say it was like a employer of the month or something like that, reward or something like that, or employer of the year. Like, who is the best manager or supervisor, whatever the fuck. Like, who is the best, right? Basically what I'm trying to say is, motherfucker, if you getting on everybody's ass out in this bitch, motherfucker, you think they gonna vote for your ass? Like, think about this right quick to all the managers and supervisors watching this video. Literally, just think about it. Let's say you at this company, right? Let's say you at this company, and let's say they voting like 10 people. Like, it's gonna be 1 out of 10 people, right? It's gonna be 1 out of 10 people, you know, that, you know, it's only gonna be one that's gonna end up being like the next CEO, or, you know, the next one in the highest position, right? With that being said, congratulations, you are one of the 10. However, you know, basically what I'm trying to say is, you gotta have the most votes. Real talk though, man. So with that being said, when you gotta have the most votes, you know about all, look, man, your employees gonna have to vote for your ass, and you getting on them every single time. Do you honestly believe that your employees is gonna vote for your ass? Hell to the motherfucking no. They ain't gonna vote for you. Why would they? Look, man, you talking down on their ass. You talking what's the word I'm looking for, man? You talking hella rough to the ass. You honestly believe they're gonna vote for you on some shit? Now, if you was the cool supervisor, right? Look, man. Now, let me talk about this, right? And I might make a separate video about this on my Weird Trillionaires. I don't know. But when it comes to like how to be a cool supervisor, how to be a cool manager, how to be a cool CEO, whatever top rank of whatever the fuck, how to be a cool version of that. Because, you know, real talk, man, most people, right, when they think of when I think of like a cool manager, when I think of like a cool supervisor, manager, hiring manager, whatever the fuck. But when I think about that though, right, when I think of like them being cool, I think of them like basically, they just let shit slide. You know, to be honest with you, man, they really can't let shit slide. You know, look, man, I ain't gonna lie. Look, man, that's one of the reasons that's who I don't want to be no damn manager or nothing like that. Honestly, because you technically do gotta be hard on motherfuckers, man. Like, real talk, man. Like, this might sound contradictory than a motherfucker. Real talk though, man, but I'm just telling you what it is. Like, you technically do have to kind of be, you know what I'm saying, like hard on individuals, because if you're not hard on individuals, then they gonna keep on being they might keep on, fucking up or some shit. I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess my best when it comes to like an environment at a job. Look, man, I guess, I don't know, man. When it comes to an environment at a job, man, like, I never been a business owner. Like, I never had my own, like, like retail business, or just like a warehouse business, or like an in-store type of business. You know what I'm saying? I never had that. I might get that shit in the future, man. Real talk though, man. But with that being said though, right, look, man, my best advice I give to that, man, if I had a business, personally for me, if I had a business, then this is what I would do if I had a business. I ain't gonna lie. This good thing I'm making this video, man. It's kind of giving me ideas. Real talk though, man. But, real talk, visionary. Well, look, man, I do got a fashion line and some shit. And you know what? I'm giving myself ideas out in this bitch. Real talk though, man. I gotta think about it. But anyway, real talk, man. So back to what I was saying. So if I did